a big day. We discussed the story of a man whose family don't want to be identified, so we're calling him Peter. Now, Peter met a woman at a bar and they had sex. He says it was consensual, but a year after it happened, she went to the police and accused him of rape. There were 18 months I've been arrested and accused of rape. Or did he tell you the detail of what had happened?
The day after he was arrested, obviously he was released on bail. We got a solicitor to come round to the house to interview him. And we said, do you want us to go out while you speak to the solicitor? And he said, yeah, if you don't mind. So we went out for a walk with the dog and came back a couple of hours later, and basically the solicitor told us the full details, really.
Did you ever question in your own mind his guilt or innocence?
Yeah. We wouldn't be human if you didn't, I don't think, would you?
What did he tell a lawyer about the consent, about why he believed and felt strongly that it was consensual?
They basically met at a bar in town, had a few drinks, and went and had sex, basically. 18 years old, both of them. Well, that's what 18-year-olds do, I believe, more so these days than ever.
So when did you decide that you believed his account?
Straight away we believed him. There was no doubt then, but as it goes on and you see the evidence coming through, and you do have doubts and you question things and you think, what if?
Talk to me about the disclosure, because that's a word and a legal term that probably a year ago people might not recognise as they do now, and certainly you wouldn't have recognised.
No, I didn't have a clue until he was charged. Basically, the evidence that you can get from social media, that's what it's all about. Facebook, WhatsApp. On the Friday before the court case on Wednesday, more disclosure came through.
And what did you get on that day, that extra disclosure? What was it?
It was a message that she'd sent to a friend about... a message a friend had contacted her saying, are you going out again this Friday? Yeah, are you having sex again, basically? And she told the police she was a virgin. This was 2 weeks before she'd met our son, so she lied. Then she messaged somebody else about coming. Meet her in town because she'd no money to get home. Never mentioned that she'd been with my son somewhere. There's no mention of it.
How crucial did it turn out to be?
Massively, because basically when she was on the witness stand, she tried to explain the messages. Then she told other lies as well about meeting a friend in another bar, and that's why she went to another bar with my son and a friend. But there's no such person.
That's Peter's father, and it turned out that disclosure, as they call it, late as it was absolutely crucial in his case, and without it, the outcome might have been very different. Well, Nazir Afzal is a former chief prosecutor for the North West. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
That word, as we said there, disclosure, has become a lot more recognised, a lot more prevalent over the last year or so. How common are problems with it at the moment, do you think?
Well, I mean, according to the Criminal Cases Review Commission, 40% of the cases they refer back to the Court of Appeal where they suspect a miscarriage of justice relate to disclosure issues. So it's a sizable problem, and it is a key part of the case. Disclosure has two sides. It's the prosecution case, i.e. the evidence that says that this person is guilty, and then there's the evidence that might undermine the case or assist the defence, and that's that side that your speaker just a moment ago was talking about. And the issues are several. I mean, one of them, I suppose, is what was discussed there around digital. We're in a different world now with social media and all the various things that we didn't have to deal with before, and the police